Hello again, it's Locknoob, and it's time to do a review. We've got some Sparrows DIY picks here, both of the slim handle sets, and these come with the short tips like this and the long tips. What's the purpose of these? Well, twofold. One, you might just be curious about making your own picks. For those of you who watch my channel, then you know that I do like to make picks now and again. And one of the hardest parts about making picks, or the most time consuming I should say, is having to grind down good steel to make nice shanks on the picks themselves. So when you look here, Sparrows have given you perfectly nice round tumbled handles and some long tips. If you buy the that version, you get three blanks in the pack, or the short tips. The short tips are designed for making hooks or maybe diamonds. And what's clever here is if you look, you could see how, for example, this side here could be used to make a really nice short hook, and this side is already angled to maybe make a diamond like that, or this side could be made a small diamond, or this side could be made into a medium hook. If I line up, this is a Tron, is it a Tron I believe? There. You can see how you could easily cut yourself a new profile of one of those, or indeed any of their hooks and diamonds I think, or anything to your creation. So these would be quite good at allowing somebody who only has, for example, and the minimum thing you need, by the way, is a set of decent finger files and a vise to put them in, to create their own pick designs, maybe replace their favourite pick profile that maybe is just fatigued due to use and has broken, and DIY their own pick set. So clearly, if these are for hooks, then these are for rakes. And maybe you've got a favourite rake, or you want to make a new version of a rake. And I'm just aligning here one of the Sparrows double peaks there. One of my favourite ones, the worm. So let's align that. There we go. So you can see has plenty of material there to go wild, really. Make triple peaks, bow guitars, double peaks, single peaks, any kind of ripple or city or high-low high, king, queens, I don't know, whatever takes your fancy. So why are these good? I think that, well, they're not amazingly cheap, I'd say. They come in at 14 Canadian dollars 50. That equates to about £8.20, so these are somewhere around £2.70, £2.80 a pick blank, which is cheaper than buying a pre-made pick, but still relatively, I don't know, it's not expensive, is it? A few pounds, but it's, for a blank, it's not, £1 or £2. It's a little bit above that, but, and here's the advantage. One, you get Sparrow's steel, and Sparrow steel is good stuff. It's really good quality. I think they use a max yield stainless, which is brilliant. If you've ever used Sparrow's picks, you know how strong and durable they are. So you get very good quality. You get nicely tumbled, rounded handles all ready for you. You get and just looking at here, it's all finished beautifully. There isn't, apart from where you do the grinding, there isn't a lot else to do on these. I mean, it's really smooth. It really is. You don't have to do all the grinding and profiling to make sure that you get the shanks straight and tapered. They've got beautifully straight and mildly tapered shanks already. So I think that really getting good quality steel for pick blanks is hard, and there are a few other places where you can get these. I think that Peterson do some offcuts, although they really are just rough offcuts. Good quality government steel, but very rough. I think that Mad Bob do some blanks as well. But again, if you like sparrows, and I do like sparrows, you like their handles, and you like their steel, you can do a lot worse than keeping some of these around to replace a profile that you maybe have just snapped, or indeed create your own stuff. Anyway, so that's what they are, and I think we should go make one. I'm not going to use finger files because I'm a busy man and I've got a Dremel, so I'm just going to vise up a Dremel with a sanding disc, and I think I'm going to make a nice short hook. I think short hooks are, well, they're my go-to pick, so why wouldn't I? And if you were going to do this yourself, I'll just mark it out, probably in negative profile. So I reckon something like this, and it's okay to sort of just do it roughly by eye and then finish it off with finger files afterwards. So something like that is just a useful guide to me. And I reckon we should go take this away, and I will go and stick this in a vise and get going. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so we're outside now. It's a bit noisy and the audio quality is obviously going to be a bit different, so apologies. So what I've got is a rotary multi-tool viced up with a little sanding disc there. Water in a Pyrex bowl, so I can quench, and if you're grinding you must quench as often as you can. Also got some finger files for tidying up, and just some 800 grit sandpaper. I'm just going to do a quick pick here, not going to go crazy on it. So right, let's just get going. I've got my goggles on, everything's ready to go. Let's do this. Okay, so you can see that we've got sort of rough shapings of the pick there. We're going to finish it off by hand. So all I need is a flat surface just to hold the pick while I take some of the burrs off. Just using a flat file here. I mean, you can get too precious with these things, and it's just not necessary. We'll need a half round file now just to get the inside of that curve, make that shiny. There you go, that's feeling pretty good actually. Might keep that point sort of the way it is actually. I like it. It's not too fine, it's not too thick. Yep, I reckon that's looking alright by my end. Right, so this is 800 grit sandpaper. You can polish it up a bit more if you like, using progressive grades of sandpaper, but this will be absolutely fine to get it going. If you want to, then rub some surfaces like this. Again, I'm just doing a very quick version. You can spend as long as you want making these picks and as nice as you want, but let's take the autofocus off. I reckon that's looking pretty good. Let's get it under the light upstairs and where I do my normal filming, and I'll talk to you more. And we're back upstairs where I do all my shooting, and look, we've got a hook, and that was made in probably about 5 minutes. Does it work? There's a Master Lock XL. Let's go in there. Good little pick. There we go. Yep. So it works as you'd expect. Perfect. And what's even better is I've got 2 sets to give away. So there we go. So yeah, I'm quite impressed with the steel on this. It was very good quality. I could tell that when I was filing it. It's easy to work as well, as long as you keep quenching and take care with make sure you do everything safely. So I'm going to give away this hook that I just made and these 2 sets. The rules are all in the description of the video, so please do read them. Please, please, please go read those rules. But essentially, in a week or so's time, I'll draw one name at random. That name will be from somebody who has commented below, liked and subscribed, and then I will pick a winner and I'll get these off to you, but only if you read the rules, because there's other little clauses and other bits and bobs in there. But yeah, hopefully you could have a chance of winning this little hook that I've made, plus these 2 sets of Sparrows DIY blanks. Okay, hope you enjoyed that video and that review. I'll see you next time.